Hello, employees. If you don't have a mandatory packet, please share with a coworker to the right or your left. All employees, please stay seated during the entire mandatory training. Thank you.
Welcome, Braun Holdings subsidiary employees, and welcome to your morning calisthenics. Doing good. Right. Remember to breathe. Feel the music. Yeah. Almost done. Keep going. You got it. Having fun? Now put your body into it. It's so ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous with music by Jumblehead. And stand up by Katie Wynn.
Hey everybody, welcome to Show Ridiculous. We were recently bought out by Braun Holdings LLC. This was supposed to be my weekend camping, and now we have to do this stupid mandatory training. It's just required for all Show Ridiculous employees. So here we go. Let's just get through this and get this day over with. Done. Put in a freaking VHS player, because who uses that anymore?
Welcome, Braun subsidiary employees. I'm Brantley Braun, founder and CEO of Braun Holdings LLC. Over the past 30 years, my company has built a reputation of innovation and strategically thinking outside the box. Coast to coast, Braun companies are setting the bar high with synergy, disruption, and cutting-edge solutions. We here at Braun strive to dive deeper, streamline, and move the needle. Whatever the deliverables, whatever the core objectives, we drill down, incentivize, and amplify the latest trends in the industry. The Braun brand is forward-thinking. We don't just go for the low-hanging fruit. We leverage organic growth, push the envelope, shift the paradigm, and create a roadmap to robust organic growth. I'm happy you've joined us for this special training. When we all get on the same page, we can proactively reimagine an efficient and holistic approach to take the heavy lifting out of our work. Unpack, push the envelope, and reimagine. Why do we train together? Because we're a team together. Over the next 5 video cassettes, my assistant Deborah and I will guide you through this journey. And by the end, we'll all be living the Braun brand.
Today, we'll be introducing you to Braun Holdings' key cultural values. If you turn to page 4 in your training packet, you'll see that our first value is safety. Even though we have an excellent safety record, accidents can still happen. There are plenty of precautions you can take as a Braun subsidiary employee to make sure you are prepared.
Productivity, synergy, advancement, analytics, bandwidth.
Please, take a moment and watch this speech from a Braun Holdings certified safety consultant.
All right, hello everyone. My name's Doug Didger. I work in the Braun Holdings Bioresearch Facility Security Division. I'm also the head officer for this subdivision of Braun Holdings LLC. Today I'll be reviewing a few of our official safety procedures to prepare for the event of an emergency in the office. So please, no laughing. It's important to stay serious and focused to ensure everyone's safety. That being said, emergency situations are often rife for comedy. In my experience, the potential for humor often scales with the threat level. Situations become more hilarious as your life is put into more danger. Now, when we have a medical emergency or someone calls in the bomb threat, the last thing I want to see is someone giggling like we're in a Judd Apatow or an SNL. Now let's cover some of the basics. Now, in the event of a fire, the alarm will go off and the sprinkler system should engage. Now, in either event, you should quickly and calmly exit via the stairwells. Now, if you're busy making jokes about how the water's making Anthony's shirt see-through and we can all see his enormous nipples, then you're putting us all in danger. The threat may seem neutralized by the sprinklers, but I can tell you one thing, that does not guarantee we are not surrounded by a raging firestorm. The last thing you'll ever hear is a snappy zinger about Anthony's big brown dinner plates. All right? Now, in the event of an earthquake, you should immediately seek cover under your desk or a table. The number 1 threat during an earthquake is falling debris. The number 2 threat during an earthquake is getting on top of your desk and pretending like it's a surfboard. I don't care how many people laugh when you say cowabunga, dude. You're still in danger from falling wires and electrocution. All right. Now, even yelling "surf's up" can put others in danger as they peer from behind their cover to see if you're hanging 10 or doing any Teen Wolf references. Now, that scene in Teen Wolf where he's riding on top of his friend's van like a surfboard is as hilarious as it is iconic, but it has no place in the event of an emergency. Now, we'll be running an earthquake drill once a month, and we'll also be running a secondary drill where everyone can get up on top of their desks and pretend like it's a surfboard and make all the jokes that they want, okay? And this is important, do not create any inside jokes that can later be referenced during an earthquake. This is what we in the safety world call a 513. Now, I know you don't get that reference, but I can assure you it is as hilarious as it is life-threatening. All right. Now, it's terrible reality, but it's something we all have to be prepared for, and that's the case of an active shooter. Now, in that situation, you should go into the most innermost offices, lock the doors, and stay completely silent. Now, this is a critical moment of self-discipline because the nerves can and will make you fart. These will not be your quiet stinkers. We're talking about 10-second squeakers, as well as big wet ones that will make you question their authenticity. But I can assure you they will be very real. These farts can cause a giggle fit that can become completely uncontrollable. Do not, I repeat, do not make eye contact with anyone around you, because as soon as you both acknowledge the fart, the giggles will become that much harder to contain. All right. Now, anyone has any questions about any of these scenarios, you can find me at the Chuckle Hut on Highway 99 at 6 p.m. tonight. That is not a joke. I need at least 4 people to come so that I can get 5 minutes of stand-up at the open mic on stage. All right? So the Chuckle Hut is decades behind in its fire code. The foundation is crumbling and gas leaks are common, so I can assure you it will be hilarious. All right, thank you and stay safe.
The key to success in business is perseverance. All you need is structure, synergy, and flow. You can follow any process from start to finish with a flow chart. Normally, Deborah makes these for me, but I felt like I'd take a whack at it because I'm feeling creative. Resource allocation, timeline, deliverables, other items.
That's all red tape. But you know what isn't? Working at Braun Holdings. We want to make your lives easier. And all we need to do that is just a little urine sample.
It's piss, Deborah.
All we need is a urine sample. If you turn to page 5 in your training packet, you'll see the next key cultural value, synergy.
Piss.
Here's a video from a urinalysis company about the power of prediction.
Hello, Show Ridiculous employees. My name's Rob McAfee. I'm the Director of Testing at Synergy Labs, okay? We handle urinalysis for all Braun subsidiary companies. Can I answer any questions before we get started?
So what happens if something comes up on the test? Not saying that it's going to, but just like what happens?
It's a great question. We will be doing a drug screen, but you can tell so much more about a person from their urine sample. So let's get started. I asked you all to provide your samples ahead of time, so I want to thank you for that. First up, we have Ben Campbell. Ben Campbell. Thank you for your essence, Ben. Now, our standard process is to perform this test in front of you all to ensure that the results are accurate and transparent. All right, let's see. Your pH levels look good. color and consistency seem healthy. Wait. Ugh. Ben, I could sense that you're an Aquarius. Oh, Scorpio rising. Capricorn moon. Oh, definitely a water carrier.
Oh my god, that's dead on. Water carrier. Do you mean piss?
As I mentioned before, urine can tell you a great deal about people. I just read and report the results. I'll compile these and send them along to corporate. Your regional manager will let you know if there's anything out of the ordinary that pops up. You can have a seat.
Okay.
All right, next up we have Courtney. Courtney.
Yeah, hi. Okay.
I'm detecting hints of plastic. If you drink out of a water bottle, I might recommend switching to a glass or a metallic container. Okay. Color and consistency look good, though.
Okay.
Low protein means you're at a low risk of kidney disease. That's good. That's good. Wait. Ugh. Oh. Oh, I sense deep pain in someone you love. Oh. You lied to your mother on the phone last week. Oh, you told her you had jury duty instead of flying to Michigan for a family reunion. You wanted to go to a music festival instead. Oh, you know she'll find out. That's just the way your family works. Oh, they always find out. And you pass your drug test. You're in compliance, okay? Just remember to stay hydrated, okay? 8 cups of water a day. 8 cups of water a day.
How do you know all of that?
Well, as I mentioned several times already, you could tell a lot about somebody from their urine.
Okay.
All right, next up we have Lauren. Lauren. The bubble formations in this sample are fascinating, but there's something keeping me from reading it clearly. Okay. Ugh. There's something keeping me from reading this sample. Lauren, you're hiding something. There's a mysterious cloud obscuring you.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's just piss, man.
I need you to quit hiding from me, Lauren. Quit running away. I need to get closer to you to read you.
Oh my God!
Oh! Whoa! I see the cosmos!
That's so
Oh, I see the beginnings of creation! Oh, I see a single cell emerging from the water and evolving into you! Oh, I see you as a child running around, happy, healthy. I see you as a teenager, navigating life's hardships, and I see, oh no, I see struggle in your future, Lauren. I see pain. Oh, I see you. You're sitting on your couch with your cat, Corduroy is its name. Oh, you're eating snacks. Your laptop's open and, oh God, there's a bong on your coffee table. Oh, you're looking for a new job because your drug test came back positive. I'm gonna have to report it.
That's bullshit. Weed is legal in Oregon.
Hey, don't shoot the messenger, okay? I just get the results and I send them back to headquarters. So I want to thank you all for your time. Thank you all for your time. All right. I realize this was a bit of a hassle, but look on the bright side. You don't have to do this for another year, okay? So best of luck.
Just get out of here. Just get back to the stupid videos. This is bullshit.
We won't be screening any of you guys, so. But we will be taking urine samples. All right, so just gonna pop in the next one here. All right.
As you can see, Braun Holdings' drug testing policy is no joke. The only kind of fun I expect my employees to have is good, clean, and old-fashioned.
Having a work-life balance is important. Leisure is our next key cultural value. Turn to page 6 in your training packet to read more.
When you have time away from the office, make sure you use it to recharge with relaxing activities so we can exploit your labor for all it's worth. Many of you enjoy gyrating your sweaty bodies to syncopated rhythms. When I'm looking to relax, I like to have my limo driver take me around the city and find street musicians who I can listen to at a safe distance. I found these young men at Pioneer Courthouse Square and hired them on the spot to be Braun Holdings House Band. Please welcome to the stage Jumblehead.
to do another VHS, so try to contain your excitement. Good job.
Okay, hope you're all having fun, but I don't have much time. Listen, Brantley is lost trying to find the bathroom, but he'll be back any minute. This company is going under. Get out while you still can. This isn't just, oh, there's a round of layoffs coming. This is much, much bigger. I'm talking insider trading, indictments. This is gonna make Enron look like a Christmas party. Listen, that man is like a bumbling toddler, and I have to keep him from choking on small objects. The only thing keeping me from pushing him out of the window is
Our fourth key cultural value, conflict resolution.
turn to page 7 for more info. I'm clearly not equipped to solve conflicts, so we hired a professional corporate improv team to teach you all how to not kill each other. Ah! Brantley, no. Brantley, scissors on the ground. Down, down. Okay, I'm coming out. Don't touch them, Brantley. Don't touch them. Brantley?
All right! Hey, everybody! How's it going? I'm Michael.
And I'm Lauren.
And together, we're Braun Holdings' official improv team, Surprise Closet. We're here to teach you the rules of improv comedy and how you can apply that to conflict resolution in the workplace, okay?
We're gonna teach you how to stop saying no and start saying yes, and.
All right, so we took some of your real life conflicts in the workplace, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna play them out as improv scenes.
And hopefully have a few laughs along the way.
All right, let's get started. Let's look at one of your conflicts.
All right. My boss keeps micromanaging every little thing I do.
Okay, so we need a location for this conflict. So I just need a suggestion. I think I heard bagel shop? Okay.
Oh, Jeff, you really should be slicing those bagels from left to right, not right to left.
Well, not everyone's left-handed like you, boss.
Well, as your boss, I do think you should do what I say.
Yes, and I can respect that. Why don't you show me how to cut the bagels how you like so we don't have to have a meeting every time someone orders a bagel?
Yeah, or I could bend you over this bagel counter and eat your ass.
Yes, and I can lick cream cheese all over your toes.
Oh, yeah? Well, you can just tug on my nipple ring from left to right, you filthy little bitch.
And scene. All right. All right, so you see what happens when we listen and we give our own perspectives to things, okay?
All right, so another important element of improv is change, and not being open to change can really cause conflict in the workplace.
All right, let's look at another one. So, all right, let's see. So we had to design a website, but marketing didn't give us all the materials we needed until a day before it was due. All right.
Oh, well, we're gonna need another location for that one. Did I hear Bagel Factory?
Hey, we're gonna need 500 more bagels by tomorrow.
Oh, but we don't have enough dough.
Oh, I guess I'll have to talk to our vendor and see if they can adjust the order.
Oh, that would be great.
All right, now why don't you strip off those clothes and we can roll around in this dough until we don't know what's flesh and what's bagel.
Doesn't matter to me as long as I can smack it.
I'm gonna fill all your bagel holes.
Oh yeah, you better get stuffing.
And scene. See, it's that easy,
Oh
you
my
guys.
gosh. Let's just keep this rolling and do
let's keep
another
going.
one. Let's just do. Oh, I grabbed 2. Someone ate my sandwich from the break room.
Okay, I heard Bagel Factory corporate headquarters. All right.
Hey, is that my sandwich?
Yeah, well, I guess you're gonna have to eat my ass instead.
Yeah, you better wrap that dick up in a sandwich bag because I'm gonna beat it until it's leftovers.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna fill your pussy like a sack lunch.
Oh, just slap my bologna.
Yeah, squirt my goopy mayonnaise.
And
scene. You guys, improv can solve literally anything.
Anything at all.
All right, I think we have time for one more. I think you guys are just getting the idea.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm receiving a lot of unwanted sexual advances from my male coworkers. Okay.
Yeah, I heard bagel machine repair shop.
Hey, you're pretty good with that screwdriver. How about you try screwing something else?
Makes me really uncomfortable when you talk to me that way. I'd like to be seen as a bagel machine technician and not just an object of sexual desire.
I didn't realize that my comments were making you feel unsafe. I apologize.
Thank you. Besides this one indiscretion, I think you're generally a pretty cool dude.
Well, to be honest, I've actually been admiring you from afar, but I feel like I'm unworthy.
Wow, perhaps maybe I misjudged you. Perhaps maybe we can find true love one day, and then I can put a bagel between your butt cheeks while I whip you with my tongue.
And scene!
Thank you.
All right, so I hope you guys learned a lot. Use these tools, just do exactly like we did, and you can solve any conflict in the workplace.
Yeah, we've been Surprise Closet. Thank you so
All right,
much.
thank you guys.
Yikes. Okay.
People often ask me, Mr. Braun, how did you become such a successful businessman? Usually I tell them, Deborah, call security. But there's more to the story. I came from humble beginnings. My father was a butcher, and my mother was busy raising a house full of cattle to be butchered. Did I settle for that life? No. I pulled myself up by my bootstraps. I came in early, took classes at night, and found a briefcase in the desert filled with $2 million in unmarked bills. But when you find yourself in between the bloody remains of a cartel war, it takes strong business acumen to know to strike when the iron is hot. I bought out the company and named myself president and CEO and hired Deborah on lifelong contract as my personal assistant. Don't let anything get in the way of your success, whether it's hard work, education, or a series of assassins that get exponentially more dangerous as you defeat each predecessor. Look inside yourself and find your briefcase full of money. Now, to break up the training, my private bodyguard will perform stand-up comedy for you. When she's not protecting me from Los Guapos or the Cerro Cincos, she teaches at Deep End Theater and hosts the weekly comedy show Earthquake Hurricane every Thursday at 8 p.m. at Ford Food and Drink. So take your hands off your bootstraps and put them together for Katie Wynn.
Hello? Is this a working mic? All right. Good to know. Yes, finally the volume I deserve. So I heard these two pop songs on the radio recently, and they were different songs, but I found the lyrics interesting in the same way. This first song's by this woman, and she's repeating over and over again throughout the entire song. She's going, "I'm a cool girl, I'm a cool girl." And I was like, sure. Sure, that's a good song. But then I heard this other song by Rihanna, and they got really famous, and I'm sure many of you have heard it. It's just her repeating over and over again throughout the entire song. She's singing, she's going, "Sex with me is so amazing." And I was like, I didn't realize we could do that. Like, I had no idea we could just write and sing songs simply of what we want other people to think about us and make a ton of money off of it. And I've been thinking about it a lot, and I've developed some new career goals, and I'm working at it really hard. I've written a bunch of songs. I think I might actually be kind of good at it. Actually, a few songs I'd like to share with you tonight, if that's cool. Thanks. Thanks. I just need like 100% honest feedback, because I really think this could be a new path for me. So this first song I wrote goes like this. Look at me, I'm 6 feet tall. Look at me, I'm 6 feet tall. Look at me, I can see the top of the fridge. I totally know what's up there. Dude, it's a bunch of stuff I can see. So that's just one song I wrote. It's just one song. If this other song is kind of more club, kind of dancey beat, some of you might enjoy this more. And it goes like this. I never ever eat food off the floor. Never ever eat food off the floor. I never ever eat food off the floor. Never ever eat food off the floor. Never ever. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Like I said, I think I'm kind of good at this. I actually have another song. I know, I'm like a factory. And this song's actually really personal, so it's kind of hard for me to write it. And I hope you can appreciate it. And it goes like this. I totally don't still think about that time in 5th grade when my crush Ben Grady said I had a mustache. I totally don't think about that time. That song's called Fuck You, Ben Grady. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Fuck you, Ben Grady. Thank you. Thank you. Is he here? I'll kill him. In my day job, I work with kids, teenagers specifically, and I love working with teenagers because they're at this really magical stage in life where they're like finally starting to explore and learn more about the world around them, but they still lack the necessary life experience to understand like how nuanced and complicated and related everything is. So they've gotten to this point where they think they finally have it all figured out, and they still have no idea. And this was really beautifully evidenced in class one day. I was talking to the students, and I'm a Spanish teacher, and it came up the fact that nobody ever assumes that I speak Spanish because of how I look and racism. And they asked me, and they were like, has anybody ever talked about you in Spanish around you and assumed you didn't know what they were saying? And I was like, yeah, that's happened a handful of times. And they got really excited, and they were like, well, what'd they say? What'd they say? And I wasn't going to quote verbatim, so I just said, just some of the crude stuff that some men like to say about women. And at this point, this 14-year-old boy who had not at all been paying attention before that point, all of a sudden his little ears kind of like prick up. And he looks up and he gets this grin of recognition on his face. He's like, I know this. And he says out loud very confidently to the entire class, he goes, talking about wieners, right? Right? Which was adorable. It was so cute. Like, he knew enough about the situation to understand that in that kind of situation, like, you objectify people, right? You talk about people's bodies, you focus on reproductive organs. Like, he knew that much. He just didn't know enough to know that, like, typically in that kind of situation, you're not, like, talking about your own. And I was trying to imagine what this 14-year-old boy thinks grown men say about their wieners when they're talking about a woman. And, like, the only thing I can come up with is, like, maybe two dudes are on a sidewalk, right? And, like a woman walks by, and they both notice her, and they start elbowing each other. And then one of them says to the other, he goes, did your wiener move? So my wiener totally moved. So men talk, right? I see you. Something I've seen get a lot of press lately, people have been talking about a lot, is imposter syndrome. I've seen a lot of articles shared about this, people commenting on it. If you're not familiar with imposter syndrome, it's basically like when you feel like you don't deserve the things you have, you shouldn't have the responsibilities you've been given, you're a fraud, people are going to find out at any moment. I would say I've experienced imposter syndrome on like a lot of different occasions, in different contexts, like at work and relationships, writing TriMet. But I would say that I never feel it so intensely, I never experience it so acutely as when I am trying to open something that is childproof. Do you ever get this? Like, you see them as childproof, you're like, I got this. Definitely not a child anymore. It's been years. You start trying to open it, and like immediately you realize, like, I can't open this. I cannot handle this. And you start like looking around, right? Because people are probably going to realize you can't open this, right? And this is like childproof and Katie-proof. No, it's just childproof. Right? And you get a little bit sweaty, right? And then you like look at your palm. And you're like, surely my palm. You're preserved with the palm. It's surely an adult-sized palm. The fingers haven't grown in 12 years. And you start pushing with all your might. You realize your might is not enough. And then like people are probably watching you, and they're going to find out any minute you can't open this. You're actually still a baby. And why can't you open this? It's so hard. Do you guys get that? You ever get that? It's a little weed jars for sure. Something kind of personal about me is the fact that I am a very, very sweaty and oily person. Very sweaty and oily. Yeah, all the time, 24/7. And I spend a lot of time and energy trying to not look so sweaty and oily, like a lot. But the media just tries to make you want what you don't have, Like if you have curly hair, you want straight hair. If you have one skin tone, you want another skin tone. Well, I found out that there is this look being marketed by cosmetics companies, and you may have seen this, and it's called looking dewy. Have you seen this? This is the thing. If you're not familiar with looking dewy is essentially looking kind of sweaty and oily. Yeah, which is great for me. But it just got me thinking, though, because there's a lot of beauty standards that I think I understand and the implications they might have if you see them. For example, if a woman's wearing high heels, her legs look elongated, you might be like, oh, maybe she's like a dancer or something. She's like really flexible. Like in bed. Or she's got like the smoky eye look going on, you might be like, oh, maybe she's like exotic or something. She's like extra sensual, you know, like in bed. But if she's looking dewy, it can only be like, oh, maybe she like passed out on the lawn last night in bed. I don't get that. That doesn't make any sense to me. There's this other newer beauty standard that's gotten very famous by now. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's called the thigh gap. Have you heard of this? The thigh gap? Yeah, it's got its own Wikipedia page, which makes it more successful than any of us. It's true. If you don't know what the thigh gap is, it's basically if you put your feet together and you have a hole right here. That's supposed to be really pretty. That's a pretty spot for a hole. You got a hole there. You're hot. Them's the rules. Hot spot for a hole right there. That's how it works. Those are the rules. I don't make them. I like how I look. I don't have a thigh gap, as you can see, but don't worry. I do have several mysterious dents in my skull. It's only the same thing, right? Thigh gap, skull dent, just missing flesh where there normally is some, right? It feels real good. Have you ever held a Smarties candy between your thumb and index finger just because it feels perfect? Yeah, it's kind of like that. Feels real good. Feels real good. Have you ever had that thing go on where you find out very late in life that like a really common phrase or saying, you've always been hearing it wrong, you've always been saying it wrong, like you said the wrong word. I didn't find out until very late in life. I was almost 30 years old. I found out that I never actually understood the phrase, easy as shooting fish in a barrel, right? Because that never made sense to me, right? Because shooting fish in a barrel doesn't sound very easy to me at all. Because I never realized that shooting fish in a barrel referred to shooting into a barrel that has a fish in it, right? It's got limited space, can't get away, it's got to be easy, right? I always understood shooting fish in a barrel more like shooting a fish like into a barrel, like across the room. And it didn't make sense to me at all, because that doesn't sound easy at all, right? Can you imagine having like a fucking fish and having to fucking shoot it into a barrel? That sounds really hard. Doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? Well, so why would you like ever shoot a fish in a barrel either, right? Like that doesn't make any sense. Like to shoot a fish in a barrel is to destroy the barrel. It's not like, that's more like shooting a barrel through a fish. It doesn't make any sense. You need another barrel. It's real dumb. I think it's real stupid. I will admit that it's marginally more stupid to assume that shooting fish in a barrel is to throw a fish into a barrel across the room. I don't know how they lived in the old days. That's me dating myself, right? she didn't live in the era of fish barrel shooting. I got these new glasses last year. Not the ones I'm wearing, but I got these new glasses last year. And at one point in the transaction, the lady was going over all these optional features I could have gotten. And at one point, she offered me anti-glare lenses. And I was like, no. I need to be able to glare. You guys are wonderful. I'm Katie Wynn. Thank you so much.
Here at Land O'Lakes, brand loyalty is our #1 priority. Every year, our board of directors awards the Butter King crown to our most loyal employee. Let's meet this year's finalists. When it comes to brand loyalty, Brendan Gallagher is the head honcho.
Land O'Lakes is the only brand of butter I use. You really can taste the freshness. It's no small wonder that the company still hasn't changed its recipe in over 85 years.
Top notch, Brendan. Way to show your brand knowledge and commitment. Speaking of, when it comes to product devotion, Liz Fisher is this company's #1 fan.
I love Land O'Lakes butter and use it as much as I can. I brought a baguette with me for lunch today, and I'll be darned if I don't smother it head to toe in butter.
Wow, her blood pressure is through the roof, and so is her job performance.
I use butter in all my foods. I've done so ever since I joined this company 8 years ago. Why, just this morning, I used butter to garnish my breakfast cereal.
Yum! Breakfast is the most important meal, butter's the most important food, and Brendan's our most important employee. Here at Land O'Lakes, we truly believe that butter is better, and we want our employees to fully embrace the lifestyle.
Why wait until mealtime? I keep a Camelback filled with liquid butter on me at all times. For quick hits!
But it's so much more than just a food. Why, every morning I spend 27 minutes moisturizing my face with butter. I start at my chin, and I don't stop until the stick is completely gone.
Well, I float in a giant vat of butter at least twice a day. I completely submerge and don't resurface until my pores are brimming with pale yellow cream. Take that!
Whoa, slow down, you two. But I don't get a say in this, but if I did, I'd say Liz was winning.
I baptized my firstborn daughter in melted butter!
My mother is the butter maiden!
Well, my mother was a dairy cow!
What?
In high school, my nickname was Butterfingers. Because my fingers are literally made of butter!
Well, I was born 4 weeks premature, I might add, and I was incubated in an empty 32-ounce tub of butter. Butter saved my life.
Aha! Land O'Lakes doesn't offer a 32-ounce tub of butter. We jump straight from 8 to 64 ounces. You've cheated on the company. You hear that, narrator? She's been unfaithful. We have to report her. She's just been an unfaithful, simpering little tramp.
Now, Brendan, there's no need to make this personal. Land O'Lakes has standard procedures put in place to solve all workplace disputes. Let's all just settle down, take a breath, and calmly pull out our butter batons. You know the rules. Now take 3 paces on my count. 1, 2, 3. Ready?
You're going down.
Aim. Butter! We'll leave this to the judges, but you have a say in home. Take out your stick of butter that you'll find under your seat and etch in who you think should be crowned the Butter King or Queen of Land O'Lakes. Okay, you two. Don't get too greedy on that butter. All right, you two. Go back to the locker rooms and shower up. You've got a full day of butter churning ahead of you. And that's all we have for today here at Land O'Lakes. Have a buttery day. Thank you guys for being here for the entire day of corporate training. I know it's kind of a bummer, to come in on the weekend, Memorial Day weekend. So I think we're on our last video, though, so hopefully you all learned a lot today, and we're all going to be better Show Ridiculous employees from here on out. So, all right. Oh, didn't eject the last one. Always gets you.
To anyone still watching these videos, please send Deborah. No one came back to the office after the FBI raids. I've lost my key card to the elevators. I tried crawling through the vents like Die Hard, but the rats won't let me pass. Please. I've been eating the shredded tax files, but they give me diarrhea. If only I can figure out how to open these things. Deborah, please come back and open one. I just need one eggy egg. I'm drinking my own synergy. I'm sorry that I made you work on Christmas and every single other day of the year. Since Braun Holdings has dissolved, all of your training was for nothing. But I learned something. Perhaps when you've lost everything, you can find joy in music, like the Ewoks. I think I finally understand. Please, welcome back, Jumblehead.
Campbell head, everybody.